What is happening, Internet? We've got challenges to do, so let's get to them. Actually, I feel like I need to punch something. It is what it is. I'm not gonna talk about him by saying his name, but I mean he does this a lot. As long as I've known him, whenever I have a problem with YouTube, he leaps to defend YouTube. What's funny is the video that I posted, where it actually showed the views being taken away. He doesn't seem to have a problem with that, but you have to understand, like, the one thing I was trying to get information from him about was, are you making any money on your viral videos? Yes or no? And he won't tell me, because if he tells me, then, it proves my point. And he can't, you have to understand, when I fight with YouTube, it has to look like I'm the one that's, causing problems. Because he has so many contacts at YouTube, he has so much beta access. Like, whenever you see a new feature on YouTube, they give it to him first. He's got contacts all over the place, like in the YouTube Partner Program. So he can't do anything other than suck up to YouTube. Like, that's just how he is. So I just kind of ignore him, I even said he could DM and call me if he wants to. He wants to make an online spectacle. I'm not going to do that. I'll post my earnings later, but as soon as it says like the $13 was from like a super chat. The 97 cents was from ad revenue because it didn't finish at 1,000 views. So if you don't finish at 1,000 views, you're not getting a livable wage. If I finish at 1,000 views for like a 5-hour stream, that's like $15. So the only money I got for the stream in question that I made the video about was somebody gave me a $12 super chat plus 97 cents equals the $13. But that's just how it is. Like, I've just ignored him over the years. Every time I fight with YouTube, he always picks their side. He's yelled at me on the phone before, like saying, that's not true, they don't do that. So, but whenever I've asked him over the years, like, hey, are you making any money on your viral videos? He never tells me. Tells me it's none of my business. So, but I mean, it's just the kind of person he is. It's not like I'm mad at him or anything. This is just how he is. It's kind of funny that the public gets to see how quote-unquote nice he is. This is how he is. He's always been like this. He didn't even pay for dinner when we went out to eat. Like, we met he and his wife before they got divorced, and we went out to breakfast, and I paid for it. Like, he didn't even offer to pay for it. Like, he and his wife were getting up, and I was like, oh, I guess I have to pay for it. So, yeah, whatever. But I still, I still respect the guy's content creation, but he, sometimes he's kind of an ass. It's just how he is. Most YouTubers are like that, though. You guys don't understand. Like, I've been dealing with YouTube partners for years. Nobody gets that. They think you see the person on the camera and that's who they are. No, I mean, not really. But I don't hold anything against him. I know he has so much at stake. He can't be honest. He's got to. He also has so many YouTube partner managers follow him too, so he has to look like he's putting in whatever. It'd be one thing if he would just DM me and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" But the thing that upsets me is he saw, just like everybody else, I did not fake those things where it shows the the views decreasing as I'm talking. Like, as I was showcasing stuff in that short, I think I started the short, it was like 848 views, and then it dropped down to like 836 or something like that, and it went all the way down. I had to keep streaming until it got up to 1,000 views. But believe it or not, that's one of the nicer tweets he's had. He like said something really nasty to me like when we got hacked. Oh my gosh. If you can find the tweets when Amber and I got our channel hacked, he was such a douchebag. Like, I'm sorry. When Amber and I got hacked, He was not supportive at all. And then when he got hacked, I was the one who was. I actually reached out to him. I said, "Hey, man, I know what this feels like." And he's like, "Yeah, thank you so much." But when we got hacked, he leaped to YouTube's defense back then too. Like, YouTube doesn't hack channels. You're being disingenuous. He said that before. It's just what it is. He's a bootlicker. What do you want? I've always, the reason why I lost my YouTube partner manager, I already told you guys this. I stood up for other YouTubers. YouTube didn't like that. The Nagato incident, what was it, this summer? Or whatever company that was, I don't remember. I forget the name of the company that stole money from us. But when I tweeted about it or whatever, and I was talking to the YouTube partner people, not long after that incident was quote unquote resolved, YouTube cut my YouTube partnership, like as a what do they call it? As a YouTube partner that had product support or whatever it was called, because they deemed me a liability or whatever because I stood up for, I don't know, hundreds of YouTube partners that were unpaid, and I was trying to work with Interpol and do a bunch of other stuff. I put my neck out on the line. Basically, my head got chopped off, and I lost my. Not only I lose 2 months of pay, but I also, like, the YouTube partner manager, like, they kicked me out of that program, so I can't ever get YouTube partner support anymore. Like, not officially. So, when most of these YouTubers the way I do, I mean, this is just normal for them. I'm kind of curious to see what happens if I don't respond, if he's going to get angrier and angrier. Because if I don't respond, then you guys get to see the dude I know behind the scenes. Which is very family friendly. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to egg him on because for whatever reason he's really mad right now, but I'm just not going to. My wife wouldn't want me to. She told me the tweet that I gave last night to him saying, "Hey, DM us" or whatever. That was Amber. Like, I would have kept going just to mess with him. But Amber told me to write the thing, DM me, so I'm not going to respond to him. He's got my phone number. He can literally call and we can hash this out, but he doesn't want to. He wants to make it an online thing or whatever. I'm not going to. He has my number. He has my email. He can DM me, whatever. He doesn't want to. And in a couple of days, this will blow over and he'll be mad about something. Like, if tomorrow's Nintendo Direct goes bad, he'll start ranting because he got kicked out of the brand ambassador program some time ago for being, which I told him not to do, by the way. I told him years ago, if you, like, get on Nintendo's bad side, they're going to kick you out. You cannot be critical. You can't express your opinion. You're a commercial. You have to, do the product or whatever. So he didn't think that was true. He was like, that's not true. So then he started yelling at Nintendo for something. And lo and behold, they stopped working with him the way that they used to. And it's like, I want to call him up and be like, so how'd that critique of yours go? But I didn't, I only mess with people I don't like, and I don't have a problem with them. We were actually planning on moving to Chicago to be closer to him before, what happened with him and his wife. So, in fact, he was helping us look for housing or something like that. So, I mean, he's a nice guy. Sometimes he's just kind of annoying. It's just how he is. Not every YouTuber is a nice person, though. It doesn't bother me. Like, you guys know I have beef with a couple YouTubers. He's not one of them. I just don't like how he sticks his neck out or, like, protects corporate interests instead of little people. Like, he's the kind of person that if YouTubers were in trouble, he would throw them under the bus and he'd protect YouTube or he'd protect his own channel. That's just the kind of person he is. And I get that. I know a lot of YouTube partners like that. I'm not like that. I've had horrible things happen to me. I don't want it to happen to other people. So I stick my neck out. I get hurt, Should I protect my own self-interest? Probably, but that's what being a hero is. You do things that aren't conventional, and you take the lumps. And you can see my track record that I've helped a lot of YouTubers over my career. I'm a whistleblower. He's not. That's the difference between us. Something bad happens, I tell the public immediately. Also, I was a journalist, he wasn't. So when it comes to getting the word out about stuff, it's natural for me to do stuff because I was a journalist. I can't just let people get away with things. And there's another thing I wanted to say too. Like his hourly views and everything that happens on his channel, like he's still clearing about like 2 million views monthly or whatever. So he's not in the same boat as Amber and I. So even if, let's say, he did a live stream for like 12 hours and YouTube took like 6,000 views away from him, he's still going to get like 20,000 views on that stream. What I was trying to explain to him is like put himself in Amber and my shoes where you've just streamed for 5 hours without any super chats, without any memberships, and YouTube gave you 97 cents because you didn't hit that 1,000 views threshold. 97 cents is not enough for me to stream for 5 hours. That is not any type, that, you know, even $5 is terrible. But $5 would be something, right? But he doesn't, you have to understand that he doesn't see people the way I see people. Like he doesn't care about the little guy. He'll literally step on the little guy if he has to. You know? I want to help the little guy out. I want to give people heads up and be like, hey, look what's going on. He would rather like that person just disappear so it doesn't, you know, impact his channel. He only collabs with people that are actually getting views. There's a reason why we haven't collabed. Amber and my channel hasn't done well since the last collab, and he didn't benefit from it. But that's just how it is. You know, I mean, there's so many YouTubers like that. I'm surprised he's not making a bigger stink on Twitter. He used to in the past. He used to get really angry. You'd have to look up. I don't even know if he ever erases his old tweets. I don't think so. Like, you can probably look up what he said, like, in 2020 or something like that if you wanted to. Every time I fight with YouTube, whether it's on my O1 channel or the Let's Play channel, he always intercedes on their behalf. Every single time. What are my predictions tomorrow? I don't know. I still have to set that stream up. Z. Blink. The game is off? Oh. You can't hear the noises. My bad. Sorry about that. Also, my name is not Lucas. It's Luke. On my birth certificate it says Luke. It doesn't say Lucas. I'm named after Luke Skywalker. It's not Lucas Skywalker, it's Luke. That's a pet peeve of mine. He's not Lucas Skywalker, he's Luke Skywalker. So my name is Luke.
I'm gonna break you, Batman.
Other people might be named Lucas, I'm not. If it's not on my birth certificate, it's not my name. Ow. I might still be able to pull this off. Maybe. I don't know. But you have to understand, you're not going to get along with your friends or colleagues that much anyway, like all the time. There's always going to be stuff that's going to bug you.
What are you gonna do, Batman?
For whatever reason. I don't know why. Well, no, I know why. I've already said why.
I'll crush you.
He likes to stick up for corporate interests. Because he has a lot of, you know, contacts at YouTube. And since YouTube doesn't like me, you know, it makes sense that he probably shouldn't have gotten involved anyway. But because you're not supposed to show your earnings online. Like it avoids YouTube's terms of service if you actually post your earnings and stuff like that. You're not supposed to show people that. And it's technically against the rules.
What are you gonna do, Bat?
Whoop.
You won't get past me.
Usually if you show your, what do you call it, your analytics, you have to, like, leap out money and stuff like that. I don't know why, it's in their terms of service. Boink.
Won't get up from this. Slice you up. Come on, hit me. Switching. I'll destroy you, Bat. Not so tough now, are you, Batman? Performing first aid.
Boink.
Come on, man, get back up.
Wait, what round is this? I lost track.
Where do you want?
No, no, no.
Wake up. Come on. Ready to get fried.
I don't know what round this is. That's the problem.
I'm gonna put you down.
Wait, I thought I took down the medic.
Duck Batman. Fry.
Huh? Oh, that's a problem. I messed up.
Hope you're bulletproof. Not. Take him down.
Wasn't I in the middle of a beatdown?
How'd he take him out?
Yoink. Whoops. Looks like we'll be getting your stream pretty early, Jotaro, because we're almost at 1,000 views already, which is awesome, because, you know, once I get 1,000 views, I'm good. I can get to the next stream, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then I have to get to bed because I have to do the Nintendo Direct, which I'm probably going to do it half awake. Haha, why?
I'll cut your face off.
I only have to get 35,000, right? Yoink.
Slice you up. Won't get up from this. Smash you into the ground. I'll make you bleed. Weapon switch. Oh, still on. Switching weapons.
Oh, snap, 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 snap.
Switching. Resuscitating now. Cover
something. I was just thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna send him a picture of my ad revenue, and like I'm gonna send it to his phone, and then he's gonna get back to me and be like, "That's Photoshop." It's like, no, the 97 cents is from ad revenue. The $12 is from a super chat. So, yeah, you and I aren't in the same boat. Amber and I have to barely survive and stream way more than you when you're not in the same position as us, like, ever. That's why you never relate to us, is because you're not in the same... My wife had to get a job, you know? I had to change how streams were done just to survive. You don't have that. You stream for, like, what, 11 hours once a week? You get, like, $100, $300, probably $400 a stream. We get $15 per stream. If we get a super chat. Or whatever. Yeah, if we get a super chat, maybe we get, like, 30 in total, but... Every stream has to make money. If a stream drops below where it's supposed to be, it impacts our bottom line. And also... I'm very annoyed, too, that he still hasn't disclosed, even offline, if he makes money or not on his viral videos, because I do not. All 451 of my viral videos are zero. Zero. They've been zero ever since I got shadow banned. So, obviously, of course, my thing with him would be, like, if he told me how much money he made on his viral videos, even if he made like $20 or $100 a month, I would say, yeah, your advice is completely invalid because it doesn't matter. No matter if you're like getting stuff taken away on your live streams or whatever, you're still making an income on your viral videos. Like, you're making continuous stream of income. Amber and I are not. Amber and I only make a living on the past 28 days of content. Whether that's 100 streams, like 15 uploads, doesn't matter. Our viral videos are dead. We have no safety net. So the reason why I speak out about things about YouTube, and I'm not a bootlicker like he is because it greatly impacts my business, my livelihood, and my life. Whereas he, who averages probably about 2 million views monthly to my 800,000, which is continuing to dwindle, by the way. Like, every year it gets worse. He's fine. He can disappear from his channel for, like, a week or two and still earn what he's earning, which I'm not going to say, because that'd be wrong. But he definitely makes more than me. By a lot, I'll say that. To have him come and do that kind of, like, Twitter shenanigans, which he does on occasion, it does hurt my feelings. You know, but that's just the kind of person he is. It's always been that way. Most of my quote YouTube friends all act like that. I have only a few YouTube friends that actually, you know, don't gaslight me and don't do all this other stuff. You know? And that circle is very small, unfortunately. Guru Larry is still the best. Ouch. I need to do that again. I messed that up. Always mess up the alleyway.
Simulation activated.
It's always funny, though. Like, we're supposed to be... Like, as content creators, we're all supposed to have each other's back. But sometimes they're content creators that have the back of the corporation. So it makes things awkward.
What do you want me to
Biggest difference between me and that guy, I go to bat for people he doesn't. Because he can't. Because he's on YouTube's side, no matter what. Even when his channel was hacked. The funny thing I remember about when his channel got hacked, because it did, and he's lied to the public about what happened. He was trying to do the same, like how most YouTubers get their channels hacked. It's a hubris thing. Like, all of us, every single one of us who got our channels hacked, all tried to do a brand deal that would make us more money. And the brand deal turned out to be bogus, and the software was bogus. And, you know, they got access to your channel and all that other stuff. He's never fully explained it, but when people ask him about it, he always shies away from it. Because that's what happened to him, too, is he was trying to get more money. And his channel, you know, I even talked to him on the phone about it, and he didn't admit it, but the things that he was saying sounded exactly what happened to me. So, you know, I called him when he got hacked. Told him we were going to pray for him, all kinds of stuff. I'm a much better friend than he is. I'm always a better friend than most people.
We'll kill you, freak.
But, he calls me a liar, but he lies all the time. It's weird. I just don't get that. And it's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to drag this out in a Twitter fight, or what? I don't think so. My wife would kill me. Because she likes it, so... And I don't have very many YouTuber friends left anyway, so I'm just going to let it go. But it does hurt my feelings. Especially when he knows about the heart attack and he knows about all kinds of stuff. So he knows I'm pissed at YouTube like all the time. The fact that he would take their side. It's so annoying.
This'll be easy, Batman.
I gotta concentrate cause I'm angry and I'm playing bad. Bloop.
No one can hurt you now. Switching weapons. I'm used to pain, Batman. Are you? Weapon switch. You won't get past me.
Yeah, I'm just playing so bad tonight. Sorry about that.
You're gonna fry. It ends here, freak. Like you can use a little help.
Well, since it's already out in the open, I'm mad at him because he stole my ultimate tier. Like, he always used to make fun of Amber and I about, like, our ultimate tier, where people paid $100 and they paid for stuff. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna do your ultimate tier, but it's gonna be like, people have to pay $100, and I'll do 30 minutes of gameplay. I'm just thinking, holy shit. It's just messed up.
Wake up! Watch yourself. I can't revive you again.
Whatever. I haven't said anything to him about that yet, because he'll get all pissy about it. He'll be like, oh, it was my idea. It's like, really? I've only been doing it for 6 years, but okay. Sure, you came up with it. I was the first YouTuber to ever do it. Do I get any credit for anything? Nope. This is the story of my life. I don't get credit for shit. People always take my stuff. People always bully me and act like douchebags. I get nothing. Story of my life. It's just how it's always been. And I have to be the nice guy about it. I'm tired of being the nice guy. Nice guys get run over.
Hey, hold still. Slice you up. Switching. Smash you into the ground. Too easy.
I'm really tempted to say something about his marriage in a reply. I'm like really holding back, you guys. You have no idea, because I know stuff. If he wants to pick a fight with me, shit. I know all about it. And I've been nice over the past, what has it been, 5 years now? Something like that? It was right around the pandemic. Something like that. People do not want to make an enemy of me, because I know all your dirty secrets.
Switching weapons. I'll make you bleed.
Tread lightly. Internet thinks you're nice. You should keep it that way. It's all you have.
I thought you were meant to be good. Try harder, bad freak. Weapon switch.
I don't play fair. When I fight nasty.
Get up from this.
I'm just saying, you don't want to go there. I'm only holding back for Amber's sake. Whoop. I know about the sick mom, I know about the divorce, I know everything. Everything. People think they can just bully me and that I'm not going to do anything. The old me probably wouldn't. But I got my reputation to defend. I don't care about it. What do they used to call that? It's not really a friendship, it's more like a colleague thing. It's like a work thing. If he was my friend, he would call me when he doesn't want something. He only calls me when he wants something. I don't really call that a friend. It's like a work thing. Blink. Yeah, I thought about freezing the enforcers. Yeah, but it's not a very Christian thing to do, that's the thing. That's why it's hard having secular family, Christian family. Because if I just had a secular family, I would destroy him. I could ruin his night with just a few things in my reply. Very easily. Wouldn't be hard. I'm thinking. Because I'm petty as hell now, so...
You're gonna die, Bat.
Hi, Richard. How you doing? Yeah, that's the thing. If I don't respond, he thinks I win. If I say something about his failed marriage, then I'm the bad guy, when he's being a complete ass online.
Let's finish this.
Meh. The best thing is just to ignore him. Because I'm going to lose my temper and go off on him. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to let this cool. If he brings it up more on Twitter, I'm coming after his ass. That's about how far I consider this quote-unquote friendship of 11 years. And you only call me when you want something. And then you try to drag me online, taking the side of corporate stooges. Hate that. Never, ever, ever, ever liked that about him.
You may want to sit down. This is gonna be shocking. This will be easy.
I need to zap people more. Tired of playing the nice guy. Really tired of it. All you ever get is misery. Internet thinks I'm a villain, I can show them what a villain would do. Yeah, I can set it up for you tomorrow, and then I'll do Final Fantasy in the evening, that's fine. That way Ember has plenty of time to do what she needs to do. That works out for me, Richard. Look up his past tweets, he's done that before. Also, it's kind of interesting, the people that are liking his tweets are all my ex-haters. Or they are my haters, sorry. They're my haters that follow him.
Not too easy.
But still, he should pull that tweet because it's against YouTube's terms of service to show money.
Keep 'em coming,
You're not supposed to... He's also always been jealous of me because I was offered a CMS and an MCN and he wasn't. But he was riding off my coattails back in the day. Amber and me, anyway. Because he started after we did. Amber and I were the first husband and wife Let's Player. He copied us with his wife.
I'll cut you up, freak.
But that's the thing about old YouTube is everybody copied each other. And they never say who the originator were. Amber and I were the originators of the husband and wife YouTube. We started it. We started it in 2009. And there were all these copycats. He was one of the copycats. So I don't like it when the copycats get all big in their britches because their channel's doing better and then they disrespect me. That makes me very angry. I don't like it. You call me that, you created your entire YouTube channel based on my content, and you call me that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh.
You can't beat me.
Boink.
Hey, look who's back. I'll destroy you.
Ah, whoops.
Simulation failed.
What are we doing again tomorrow? My head's not in the game. I'm pretty angry. Well, you remember that one thing that I told you guys for years, that YouTubers stab people in the back all the time? This is a clear example. And I've told you guys for years that most YouTubers act like total asses behind the scene. Nobody believes me. Until you actually see it with your own eyes. I'm really... You have no idea how I'm trying to be very polite about this, but I really want to get into a fight with him on Twitter. And I want to hurt him really bad. Like, really bad. I want to talk about his marriage. I want to talk about the live stream of Sephiroth that he pulled off the air because of hitting someone. There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about directly to him. A lot of things that I want to say and do. But I'm holding back because I have a wife. She asked me to. She asked me not to respond anymore. And I'm trying to be the nice guy. But I don't wanna! If you're married, you'll understand this, but when your wife asks you not to do something, because Amber knows I'm a hothead, she told me specifically, do not interact with him outside of DM. She says, because it impacts our reputation, because you're doing it on Kwingsletsplays. And I said, can I talk to him on my O1 channel? And she's like, on Twitter? No. If he has something to say to you, he can call you as your number. I'm just thinking, damn it.
This is gonna hurt, man.
And if I do confront him online, then Amber's gonna be mad at me.
You're gonna fry, Batman.
And I don't want to deal with an angry wife when I don't even see her very much because of her job. But I am really bad at letting things go. I'm really bad at letting things go. It's hard for me to let things go. So all I can do is talk about it ambiguous, and it's not satisfied.
It's over, freak. This'll be easy.
God, you are so lucky I don't live in the same state as you. Oh!
I'll cut you up, freak.
I haven't been this mad in a while. I'm mad.
Ready for a shock.
Well, I can talk about this now because Completionist made me way angrier than Mr. Corporate Tool did. Completionist did a lot more stuff to me that pissed me off over the years. That what Mr. Hairdo did today is kind of tame in comparison. It's pretty rough for... well, not even rough. It's annoying, but it's not that bad. Like, he acts like a tough guy, but he's a pussy. Completionist was annoying, though. Completionist did so much stuff to me over the years.
I'll destroy you.
He was the reason why I didn't get into normal boots, which really ticked me off. Because I was actually friends with Austin for a while. And then when I didn't get to join Normal Boots with Pro Jared and all those other people, I found out years later that my so-called friend, the completionist, was the one blocking the vote for me to come in. That stung. Because, like, here I am hanging out with the guy, and also, like, I used to have him on my channel several times before he became famous. Like, I had him on the O1 channel. And then I find out the guy that was preventing me from getting into Normal Boots way back in the day was him. That's just wrong. I was also good friends with Greg. He probably didn't like that. Greg and I had a lot of similarities. We had a similar sense of humor, too. But he's gone anyway. He's a tax dodger and all this other stuff. So... I will tell you what Hairdo does, though. If you get Hairdo really mad, he'll, like, DM you, and he'll threaten legal action for you talking about it. Like, when the Sephiroth thing happened, the Smash Brothers Sephiroth reveal, if you know, you know. I'm not going to talk about it too much. But every person that said something against what happened, like, he DM'd with, like, a cease and desist tweet telling them, if you say anything about this, I'm gonna defamation lawsuit you. So he basically intimidated people from, like, he shut them up. And the funny thing is, he didn't have that much money to begin with. Like, he didn't have a lawyer back then. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I know he didn't have a lawyer back then, because he told me he didn't have a lawyer back then. The guy who failed the... Yeah. I've been stabbed in the back by so many YouTubers my entire career. It stems from jealousy. But I don't know why people are so jealous, though. I have 451 viral videos that make $0. Why would anybody be jealous of my quote-unquote success? I don't own a house. I'm in debt to the IRS until, like, 2030. What about my life, other than having a wonderful wife who loves me, and I don't abuse? What do I really have that other YouTubers would want so much? Like, their videos all work, you know? It feels like the devil is using that guy personally. Because that just came out of nowhere. I didn't even tag him, like, when I made that YouTube post. But like I said, go back and try... Like, all my posts where I'm talking about YouTube, go back and see if so-and-so shows up defending them. Chances are he does. And I've always found that funny over the years.
Simulation activated.
Even when his channel got erased, I'll never forget this. When his channel got erased, he said, I'll be working with YouTube over the next couple weeks to get my channel reinstated, because I trust them to do it. It's like, you're going to trust them to get your channel back, when my channel only took 8 hours to get back, because we went, you know, above YouTube's head to do it, because they said it would take weeks. I was like, I'm not waiting weeks to get back to work. I'm getting back to work today. So I found my own means to get my channel back. I wasn't waiting for YouTube. YouTube, they're slow. So he waited patiently, lost all that money and all that other stuff, and he was saying that YouTube, the way YouTube's handling it is great. And I told him, I was like, dude, how do you know that YouTube wasn't even the one responsible for hacking your channel to begin with? He says, they don't do that kind of stuff. It's like, really? They don't do that kind of stuff. They start this whole brand deal thing, and then, like, a few years later, there's all these companies, quote, that can, like, mimic what brand deal websites are, and YouTube access, and then they get access to your channel. I said, honestly, I think you were making too much money, just like I was, and YouTube basically found a way to give you a pay cut. And he's like, no, they wouldn't do that. It's like, bull. And those are the type of conversations we used to have. Like, you know, but even then, even when I would, like, talk about my grievances and all that other stuff, he'd always take the side of my enemy, man. It's annoying. Like, what kind of friend does that? You call a friend a vent, and then they take the side of the job that you work at. It's like, what's the point of venting? In my entire life, I've never heard him vent or complain about anything. Like, all the years I've known him. He's just very... What's the word I'm looking for? Not just guarded. What is that term? I can't read the guy. He must have an amazing poker face. I don't know. Do not know. Ugh.
I'll cut you up, freak.
Boink. Boink. Wait, is he holding a gun? Oh wow, he was holding a gun. Okay. Man. There's a lot of similarities, too, that you guys probably don't remember. Any of you guys remember an old school YouTube channel called Zeitgeist Game Reviews? Anybody remember that YouTuber, vaguely? How are we doing hourly anyway? Well, people don't remember. I'll tell you about them. And then I'll have to get the next stream up and running. Because bleh. Oh, you caught me on a bad night. I'm angry. You caught me. I got thrown under the I got thrown under the bus by a friend of mine on Twitter when I was having I wasn't even having a squabble with YouTube. I was saying, you can't do this kind of stuff. This is shady. And then he leaped to defend the corporate company again. But he acts a lot like Zeitgeist Game Reviews, which that bothers me because I hate Zeitgeist. I hate that dude so much. I mean, I'm glad he's gone. I don't care what happened to him. It doesn't. He was such a prick. But my run-in with Zeitgeist, we were both trying to get YouTube partnership at the same time, and we were reviewers, so we were talking. He worked at a rival publication, by the way. So my beef with that guy went beyond YouTube. He was a game journalist, just like I was. But he was doing it for the lulz, because even though he was a game journalist, he came from money. He was having a fight with his, like, rich dad or something like that. So he was a game journalist for the lulz, and because he was kind of a gamer. He was trying to get into... he was using video games as a way to get into the entertainment space, so he was a big movie buff. And anyway, so we were working really hard and tirelessly and exchanging emails and stuff like that about, like, how to get YouTube partnership. This would have been, like, I don't know, around 2008, whatever. He got a YouTube partnership well before the MCNs came out. The MCNs came out because so many people were having problems getting YouTube partnership, because there's a certain way of doing it. Or whatever. So, I sent him a friendly email. I was like, wow, congratulations on getting partnership, right? I was talking to Zeitgeist. I was like, hey, because me, Joe, Angry Joe, Zeitgeist, we were all trying to get YouTube partnership at the same time. And he managed to get partnership, so we figured, okay, he knows the secrets in order to get YouTube partnership, right? Again, this is old school YouTube. This is like 2008. I'm like, okay, he's going to work with me and Joe. Nah, that's not what he did. So, we were part of, like, this, don't know if it was like a Skype chat or whatever it was. It was a long time ago. And once he became a YouTube partner and me and Joe were talking to him, it was like, okay, so how did you do it? He left the chat. Like, once he got what he wanted, he left. And then, like, I don't know what it was, because I shared intel with him and stuff like that, like how to do video game, because even as a game journalist, he didn't know how to get, like, review copies. So he would buy the game, and like a week or two later, he would do the review. So he used me for that. He also plagiarized one of my reviews, and I called him on that, like on Facebook all those years ago. He turned it around, and he made me look like the bad guy, saying I was jealous of his YouTube partnership or something like that. When literally he stole my, what was it? What review was that? It was, what was the name of that game? Dante's Inferno. Like, I'd spent all that time doing the write-up, and I posted it on the website and everything, and then the day after I released my video, or not my video, the day after I released my review, he made a video, almost word for word, everything I said. Almost like he didn't even play the game, and he just, like, got footage where the footage that he showed was just, like, probably the first 30 minutes of the game. You know how when I did game reviews, I showed you guys, like, everything that was happening in the game when I was talking? Like, he didn't do reviews that way. When he did reviews, what he did was he would just use, like, basic clips and trailers and stuff like that. He wouldn't even, like, put in the time to do a decent game review. He would just rush it, and he would, like, the thing was, he was actually taking other people's works, and he was turning it into videos. Like, he would find people's reviews, and then he would, like, you know, do the voiceover, grab the trailer clips, and just pop it into place. And I called him on that. And so, you know, I was, he was, like, kind of like my early nemesis. So anyway, you remember how I told you guys there was opposition about getting me into the game station? Zeitgeist was the one standing in the way of me getting a partnership, like, through that MCN. Like, Joe didn't care. Like, me and Joe, we didn't really have any problems back then. So, you know, Joe was young and told him about Screw Attack and game trailers and all that other stuff, and we were still trying to get the whole YouTube partnership thing. So Joe was not a roadblock for me getting into the game station, but Total Biscuit, who was an old friend of mine, at the, like, I still say he was an old friend, he told me that there was all this nonsense about me back before cancel culture even existed. Like, Zeitgeist was spreading all these nasty rumors, or whatever. I don't know why he hated me, he just hated me. I think he was, like, a hardcore atheist or something like that. I was Christian or something like that, so, you know, super clash. But he was always very cordial and stuff. But I heard that he was, like, part of Amazing Atheists, like, group or something like that. So, you know, obviously hate on the Christian guy, right? But anyway, like, Total Biscuit was like, he says, you don't have to worry about getting a partnership through Maker, though, he says, because, he says, I have your back, and I told him to do it. So, Zeitgeist wasn't counting on John Bain, like the World of Warcraft guy, who went to bat for me, and that's how, you know, I became a YouTube partner. But he was standing in the way of me actually getting a job, like, with YouTube. Which was weird. I never understood that. I always wanted to ask the guy, what is your problem with me that you would prevent me from even getting into an MCN? I mean, that's messed up. You know? But I've told you guys, my entire YouTube career, it's always about other YouTubers stabbing me in the back, and I don't know why. And I know I don't have the nicest personality. I'm kind of a jerk. But I still don't think that would give people the justification to pull the kind of stuff that they have with me over the years. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, I would never do that to them. Until after they betrayed me, I talk shit about them, sure. But not, like, until they do. I never say anything bad about people until they pull the trigger. Like, I'm always very reserved and, you know, wait-and-see attitude. But when people go that extra mile and they're, like, you know, trying to mess with me, it's like, of course I'm gonna... Why would I be cordial after that? It's like the kid's gloves are off, you know? Like, why would I be Mr. Nice Guy if other people are, you know, I'm not going to pull my punches anymore. But the difference is I don't go and talk smack about people until they actually do something. Whereas other people, they go and they say stuff about people, you know, just whatever. For me, there has to be literally like an opening for me to do something. Because I know all this stuff about tons of YouTubers. Because I'm one of the OGs, right? I've been around a long time. I've heard gossip that you wouldn't believe for almost 20 years on YouTube. From the big people to the small people. I know everything. You know, because people talk. The difference is I don't make my living usually, like, exposing them unless they do something really stupid to me. Because, you know, I have some type of decorum, I like to think, because I'm old-fashioned. I'm like, you know, people deserve to make money. It's like, who am I to say that you can't make money? Right? I think that's fair. But when these YouTubers go and stab me in the back, it's like, okay, fair game. Then it's like, okay, how can I get back at this person? I am petty. I don't care that I'm petty. It's like, you come after me, I come after you. That's how it works. If you're bold enough to do something stupid, then don't cry about it when I come after you, guns a-blazing, you know? It's just how I am. If you don't like it, don't do it. It's that simple. That's why I don't get why these people, they think that I'm such a pushover, and then when I go too far, they're like, you went too far. It's like, this is a fight. This is a street fight now. There are no rules. I don't pull my punches. Why would I? That's what people don't understand, you know? When it gets to that point, why do I have to be the nice guy? Like, if you're doing something nasty to me, why do I have to be like, okay, I get it. It's like, no. I'm gonna let the junkyard, you know, the junkyard dog out. Like, why would I, you know, put him or whatever? It's like, you gave me an opening. I've been waiting for an opening. You know what I mean? It always surprises me that these people, they get so, they're like, oh, I can't believe you went that far. It's like, but you started it! I wasn't going to do nothing until you're the one who opened it up. You opened Pandora's box. You deal with it. It's that simple.
Simulation activated.
So I don't see why I have to be this Mr. Nice Guy thing. I'll do my best to let it go. I'm not going to drag it out on Twitter. But if it continues, I'm going to say something. And I'm going to say some nasty stuff. Because I'm tired of, like, playing nice. Boom. Really, really tired of it. Because playing nice doesn't get me nothing. Blink. And that's done. Boink. Is there anything I've ever done to a YouTuber that I regret? Yeah. Me and Total Biscuit got in a huge fight a couple years before he died. Over the game station, when I left the Maker Studios thing over the accusations I made of them siphoning my income, which I had proof for, John was very upset. And John and I, you know, I'm a hothead, right? I was having my money stolen. I lost my IGN job. And John got caught in the crosshairs. I also don't like how me and Austin had a huge fallout too. Like Peanut Butter Gamer, me and him had a huge fight before he got married. I don't even know what it was about. I can't remember, it was too many years ago. Way before I moved to Pennsylvania, he and I got in a huge fight. I called him up to congratulate him for getting married before I left Boston, and it was a civil call or whatever. And then a couple years later, we had a Twitter fight. So, and I don't even remember what the Twitter fight was on. I mean, it's probably politics. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think Austin and I got in a huge fight over Gamergate. Like, he took the side of Zoe Quinn, I called Zoe Quinn a murderer or something like that. And we had a falling out online. And I think it was, yeah, I think Gamergate was the reason why me and Austin, like, ended up not being... Because I helped his channel out a lot in the early days. But, yeah, my biggest regret is what happened with me and Total Biscuit. Like, I was very hot-headed. I wanted to leave Maker Studios, though, because they were siphoning my income. They were not giving me opportunities. They were very shady. And, you know, John did get me the job there. And I wasn't, you know, John was, well, John looked like he was much older than me, but I was a lot older than most of the Maker people. I just looked young. So a lot of them, when I was in my early 30s, I looked like I was like 18. So a lot of people, especially when I went to California, they really treated me like, what's the word I'm looking for? They treated me like I was younger than I was. They were very disrespectful and rude and things like that. Because they thought that I was like an 18-year-old kid, and Amber and I were like newlyweds and stuff like that, when we'd been married almost like probably 6 years by that point. Something like that. We were older than half of them. By a good margin. Like, John was younger than me. But he looked older than me. And he thought he was older than me. Because I wasn't one of those people that was like, oh, okay, you know, I'm older than you, show some respect. I didn't care about that kind of stuff. I just kind of laughed at people. I was like, you're treating me like this. It's like, I'm like, and they're like, what year are you born? It's like, I'm from 1983. They're like, nah. It's like, yeah, I'm I was born in 83. But yeah, the John situation was basically like, he was standing up for Maker Studios and the people who own Maker Studios, and he was threatening a lawsuit. And I was mad because I was living in an apartment in Boston, and I was only making $2,000 a month from YouTube back then. And my channel was supposed to be making $25,000, so I was asking him, like, where's all this money going? And he says, I'll look into it. He says, just trust me. And I find out from someone else, like a private investigator, that, you know, all our money is being used to help, like, you know, satisfy bonuses for new channels and for, you know, to give people bonuses or whatever. Like, Maker Studios was siphoning our income to help flesh out the other channels. And they were doing that to a lot of the smaller channels. They were taking, like, and we weren't a smaller channel, though. Even though we had smaller subscribers, we were making more money than most of their partners. Like, if they didn't interfere, we would have been clearing, back when we left, about $20,000 a month. Like, easily. So because we looked small, but we had, like, insane ads, we had premium advertisements. Because we were a family-friendly channel, so we were making more off ad revenue than the people that were swearing like sailors and doing innuendo jokes and all this other stuff. So our payout was much higher. Maker Studios wasn't okay with that, so they were splitting our income up between, like, I don't know, 15 other channels and things like that. Very, very illegal, by the way. So I confronted Total Biscuit about it, and I was like, hey, can you do something about this? And in confidence, he told me, I'm going to take care of this. Don't worry about this. He didn't take care of it. So when I came up, like, I talked to him again, I said, I'm leaving, and that's it. And he's like, you can't leave. It's like, I'm leaving. And he says, we're going to hold you to contract. We're going to do all this other stuff. So I had a huge fight with him. We almost had to get a lawyer involved. And, you know, I left Maker Studios. And as soon as I left Maker Studios, my second paycheck was exactly what it was supposed to be. There was no middleman. There was no siphoning of income. The hours I worked, the insane hours I worked, and all the viral videos that I did, Amber and I got paid for finally. We were able to afford our Boston apartment. We were in financial jeopardy, like, every month. Eating ramen. You know, we literally living in a really bad apartment in Boston. Like, and we're thinking this is just what YouTubers make. But they were taking our income, and they were dividing it up between other YouTubers. And so they were forcing us to live in a bad part of everything, and we thought that this is just how it is to be a YouTuber. So when we finally got our first real paycheck, we moved to a better apartment in Boston. And I think we moved to an apartment that was like $3,000 a month or something like that. And we started to live better. We ate better. We got healthier. We were happier in our videos and things like that. Everything changed, like, overnight. And it's exactly everything I said. So when I tried to get back and be friends with John again, you know, he didn't talk to me again until his deathbed. So, like, you know, that was my biggest regret from YouTube. Like, the falling out between me and my friend TB, because, you know, we were Shining Force buddies, which is that Sega RPG. That's my biggest regret. Like, out of all the friendships that ended badly, that is my biggest regret. Like, what happened with that. And it upsets me, you know. But like I said, I'm a hothead. If you set me off, like, you give me a reason to go off on you. So I'm gonna try to cool it with what's going on right now. If people want to DM me and talk it out, that's fine. Because I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna respond or anything. And I'm being very ambiguous about stuff, so that if people listen back to it, you know. But I'm just saying, like, I rant when I get angry, but I'm not going to directly do something unless, if you pull the trigger, so to speak, I'm going to retaliate, right? I don't want the internet to think that I'm some type of doormat or something like that. If you choose to fight with me, I'm going to fight back. I'm going to defend myself. Okay? Where do we live now in Pennsylvania? We live in a dumpy apartment in Pennsylvania. We're back to being destitute again, like we were before the Maker Studio stuff. When we got shadow banned, you have to remember all that stuff. When we got shadow banned, our income plummeted. Like, when we got shadow banned in 2020, our income, like, depleted by a huge amount. Huge. And it's never been the same. All our viral videos are off. The only reason we were able to have a comfortable living on YouTube for all those years, like 2012 through like 2020, is because, like, we had 400 viral videos. A YouTuber can make it on just one viral video. We had 400. We never made money on the new videos that we would release. We'd release a new Let's Play. It would take 6 months to a year for that video to start, like, getting views and all this other stuff. We just lived off, you know, all our viral stuff. And when we got shadow banned, the first thing that disappeared was our viral videos. Like, they're there, but they're not in the search engine, so they don't matter. They make $0 every day. They don't get any views. They're dead. And every YouTuber lives off their legacy views. If your legacy views are off, you are going to struggle. So the reason why I'm so angry all the time is because I have to work off every new content you see. Why do you think I stream every single day? I don't stream every single day for my health. I had a heart attack last year. It's not for my health. I have to stream every day to keep around the type of income that I need, because that has to pay the U.S. Treasury. They siphon my income. If I drop below a certain amount, then they're going to come here and either arrest me or they're going to take all my stuff. Because they don't care about your situation, they care about their money. So we have an agreement to pay them a certain amount. They deduct it automatically from every paycheck, every month. Plus, I have to pay new taxes. So, yeah. I've never gotten to, quote-unquote, live the YouTube dream. Ever. Nope. It's like working for Maker Studios. Like, the government takes more than half of my income. Every month. And if I earn less and less, they still take the same amount. There's no, like, oh, we're going to change the deduction rate because you earned $1,000 less. Nope. Same amount. So when I get panicky or I do those urgent newsletters, I'm trying to get the word out because, you know, things are bad, right? But anyway, I gotta get the next stream started. So I'll see you guys on the next one. We're gonna continue doing challenges tomorrow. I'll probably have a better headspace. What I would ask, though, if people know what's going on with the Twitter stuff, don't engage. Just leave them alone. I'm not gonna engage with him either. I might call him when he calms down, but I haven't decided yet. I don't think I'm calling him tonight because my wife doesn't want any stress. Yeah, I had a minor heart attack last year from stress from YouTube. Yep. Well, YouTube didn't pay me for 2 months. I was, my bank account went negative after the Switch 2 came out because I was expecting my YouTube paycheck per normal, and YouTube didn't pay me. You can find the videos and stuff on YouTube about it. They didn't pay me for 2 months. I had to live off whatever people... We had a lot of people go to our Patreon and help out. And they saved our life with rent, and we were able to... we ate ramen for a couple months. Which is probably part of the reason why I got so messed up, too, is I couldn't afford healthy food either. But yeah, this summer was rough. We were expecting YouTube to pay us, and they didn't. they didn't do it. They didn't honor... They changed the thing. So, I mean, I butt heads with YouTube all the time. It's because, like, I know what I'm worth. I know how much I need to stream to make a living. I know all this stuff. Like, even Shadowband, I know it's possible to make a living because I have 18,000 videos. As long as I make a certain amount live streaming, I can survive. Which is why I live stream so much. I don't do anything else. You can look on YouTube. Do I do anything else other than live stream? No. Why? Because I know that it's possible to earn a living on YouTube just live streaming. But you have to hit 1,000 views. Because if you don't, then the money that you earn, it's the difference between a few cents and several dollars. Right? So when I tell people, hey, if this doesn't hit 1,000 views, we're not going to get paid. Right, because YouTube will say, okay, this stream got 50 cents for dropping below 1,000. We're going to take that 50 cents now, and this is what you get for payment, 0. Because they'll deduct the cents, too. Which people don't understand that. So. But anyway, next stream's got to start. If you guys have questions, you can talk to me on the Ultimate stream, okay? See you guys in a bit.